Hi guys, Darth Deuce here, and again with my top 10s. I got a fair amount of these to do. I'm doing my top 10 pickups of 2018. So this is all figures that were not released in 2018 that I got in 2018. And like pretty much every year, I get a decent amount of stuff that wasn't released in that year. And a lot of stuff ends up being some of my favorite stuff I picked up in that year. But anyways, to start it off, I'm not going to do any honorable mentions or anything like that. The only thing I'll mention that I don't think I have on this list is the Marvel Select Juggernaut. I got that figure for like retail price, and it's not on my list, I don't think. So I guess if there's going to be one honorable mention, it'd be that and Mezco Reverse Flash that I got for a really good deal at the beginning of this year. So I guess there is an honorable mention. I'm not going to show them because I'm too lazy to. But those would be my two honorable mentions. They're both pretty great figures. But first off is this guy. It's the Bendy Prime, the Transformers Armada Optimus that didn't come with the trailer. Had a bit better articulation. I use that term loosely because articulation's still not like that great. But Armada is the Transformers series I grew up with. This is the Optimus I originally grew up with, the Armada Optimus. I have the one with the trailer. That's from my childhood. I still have it. Some parts missing, but I still have it. But I always wanted this one because the smaller version of that one with the trailer doesn't articulate very well. This one does articulate decently better. And this is a great figure. I got it for like, I think $10, maybe $15 loose. It didn't come with his Minicon, but that's okay. You don't really need the Minicon. The figure itself is pretty cool and it's in pretty great shape. So I was really happy to pick this one up. Number 10. At number 9, another Transformers figure. Though this one doesn't actually transform. It is the Rebeltech Starscream figure. This is out of all the... I don't have my Rebeltech Optimus anymore. I sold it. I still have the Rebeltech Megatron, which is pretty good. But this one's definitely my favorite Rebeltech Transformers figure out of the ones that I've seen and the ones that I've owned. This one's just really great. Great articulation. The paint is awesome. I love the metallic red and blue on him. The proportions are pretty good. I love this. He has a smirking face. I love that he comes with Megatron in his gun mode. And I like the hand options that come with him. They're quite expressive as opposed to the Megatron Optimus that just came with the hands for either holding accessories or just being balled fists. He actually comes with some expressive ones like an open hand and a pointing hand, which really help with the articulation to make this guy have quite the personality. I also like that he comes with a display stand. You can display him in a flight pose, which is what I have right now, and he just looks so cool. Starscream is one of my favorites, and this is a really fantastic version of him. So if you're a fan of Starscream and you don't mind him not being able to transform, this one's a really good one to get for your collection. Number 8 is a figure I picked up really recently, and it's kind of a Christmas present. It is the movie Realizations Bandai Ronin Jango Fett. I've been wanting one of these movie Realization Star Wars figures for a while. Kind of wanted to get the right one. I want to get pretty much either Darth Vader or one of the Fetts, and the Jango Fett one. These figures have been hitting EV games, so I was able to snag the Jango Fett one. And it's a pretty cool figure. Some great articulation, comes with a decent amount of accessories. My only problem that I had with it is that the antennae his rangefinder was half broken out of the packaging, ended up fully snapping off. I've had to glue it back on like 2 or 3 times now, and the last time I glued it on, some of the glue must have seeped downwards because now I can't even move the rangefinder down. So that's kind of a piss off, which is why it's not higher on the list, but still a really great piece. These movie Realizations figures are quite impressive display pieces and action figures, so really do enjoy this one. So number 7, I have the Mezco, I think this is a PX exclusive, Black Adam figure. Black Adam is one of my favorite DC characters, and the Mezco is pretty sweet. Now these lightning effects, aside from the one on the chest, didn't come with the figure. I also bought a Tamashi Yellow Thunder effect to amplify the look of this figure. But with that added to it and all that, it's a really great and well done, high quality figure. Might be my second favorite Mezco. Only have 3, technically 4. I just got finally my Christmas present. The PX exclusive Stealth Deathstroke came in, but I don't have it because it's at my parents' place and I'm not going back there for a little while, so I'm not gonna have that for a while. So I technically would have had 4 Mezcos last year in 2018, but I just got the last one in the beginning of January, so only 3. This one's really good. Not too much else to talk about. It's just a really good figure. And 6. I think this is 6. I'm kind of losing track. But I think this 6 is another Mezco. It is the Mezco Deadpool figure. This is currently my favorite Mezco figure I have. once I get that Deathstroke in hand, Deathstroke will probably be my favorite Mezco. But this one's really good. Articulation's a little hindered because of the vinyl-esque material for the black parts on the costume. It comes with a bunch of accessories. It comes with 2 alternate heads, or 2 heads. This one, the kind of cockeyed one, and or cocky one, and then the more serious head. The hand options are pretty cool. He poses and displays pretty well. I've had him in this pose for a while, and I haven't changed it because I just really enjoy this pose. And it's just a really great piece to have on display, so I really enjoy this one. And I only got it for $50 on sale, on clearance, because unfortunately a collectible shop was going under. But I got it for $50 and not a knockoff, so pretty happy with that. At number 5 is the 1/100 Master Grade new Gundam Burqa. I've talked about this a lot in previous videos, so I'm not going to go too much into detail. It's a fantastic kit, which in general, I know this is a model kit, technically a model kit, but it's an action figure once you build it, and it's a fantastic one. And then number 4, I think this is number 4. Hopefully I didn't screw that up. This is again, another model kit, don't shoot me. It's the Master Grade Sazabi Burqa. Again, I've talked about this kit numerous times, but it's my favorite mobile suit, and it didn't come out this year, but it is fan-fucking-tastic, to put it bluntly, and it's awesome. Just look at it. It's awesome. At number 3 is actually a Grail or White Whale figure that I've wanted for ever since it came out. And it is this is the Black Series re-release, but vintage collection 3 3/4-inch Star Wars Old Republic Trooper. This was probably one of the hardest vintage collection figures to find. And then they did an international, Europe release, Black Series 3 3/4-inch re-release of this figure. And I was able to get this for a decent price. It was still overpriced, but much better price than what they used to go for before those repacks were hitting stores. And I'm super stoked to have this. I've been photographing it a decent amount. It's just an absolutely fantastic figure. The paint and sculpt of this figure is awesome. The articulation is pretty good. It comes with a bunch of accessories and different ways to sort of customize the figure. So if you were lucky enough to get multiples of this guy, you could have them looking just slightly different so they didn't all look the same, which is super awesome. I absolutely love this figure, man. I think it's a testament to how much I love it, because it beat out 2 Master Grade figures and a bunch of high-end figures. I really enjoy this figure a lot. I'm really happy to finally have it in the collection. It's really, really good. At number 2, it is not the Masterpiece Soundwave, but it is the Robot Hero knockoff of Soundwave, Pony and his little helpers. It's a really stupid name, but it is a really good knockoff of the figure. It comes with a third-party cassette of the Auto Drone, I think it's called, or something like that, which is actually really well made. The knockoff itself is really well done. I'm really stoked to finally have. I've always wanted Masterpiece Soundwave, but he's just too expensive now on the aftermarket, secondary market. And this knockoff works really well. Comes with all the cassettes. Some of the paint on the cassettes and joints aren't the greatest, and some of the joints on Soundwave are a little loose, but all the things that are wrong with them don't even come close to outweighing all the pros. Overall, it's a really great knockoff. Pretty close, damn close to the real thing, so I'm really happy to have a definitive Soundwave in my collection finally. And finally, my favorite purchase of this year, probably one of my favorite purchases of any year, easily my favorite pickup of the entire year, whether out of the things that came out this year and the things that didn't come out this year, is the Sideshow Collectibles 1/6 scale Deluxe Clone Trooper 501st Legion. I have been wanting a Sideshow or Hot Toys 1/6 scale figure for a long time. One of my goals in collecting, if you want to call it that, was to get a Sideshow or Hot Toys 1/6 scale figure, and this year I finally got one. And it is a Deluxe Clone Trooper of my favorite Legion, and it's just fantastic. The paint and sculpt is really good. The soft goods undersuit is really well done. Articulation is really good, and joints are good for the most part. Some of them are slightly loose, but overall really good. Comes with a bunch of accessories, alternate helmets for Phase 2 and Phase 1, a bunch of different hands, and even different feet options. One of my favorite, if not my favorite figure in my collection right now. It's a pride and joy. One of the pretty much the crown jewel in my collection. Very happy to finally have a sideshow, and this one I think is one hell of a sideshow to start with. So that is pretty much it for my list of pickups this year. I think I was able to get my hands on a lot of cool stuff. Some stuff I didn't think I was ever going to get my hands on, like this figure. So yeah, for me, I bought a lot of stuff. It was a really great year for figures for me, for getting stuff that I missed out on before. So I'm a pretty happy person. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Let me know what things you guys are able to pick up that you've been looking for a while. I'd like to know. Let me know what you think. And overall, thank you guys for watching and bearing with me here. And may the force be with you.